And how many kegs of draft would you go through in a week in your heyday?
25.
25 kegs.
25 kegs.
What made you want to buy the Doryman?
Prior to buying the Doryman, we were the owners of the Acadian Lounge in Shedicat, which was destroyed by fire Valentine's Day 1985. We considered building a bar in another spot, but to make a story short, the Doryman came up for sale, and we became the proud owners of the Doryman in March 1986.
Okay. And you remember how much a beer was in 1986?
About 90 cents for a pint.
A pint?
Yeah.
And what were you serving? Was it just beer and draft?
Beer, draft, and cold duck in a bottle.
Wine.
Wine,
Yeah. How did people talk about this place back then?
They loved it. It was a gathering place. This place could fill up with no music during the day.
Back then?
Yeah, back then.
When it was debauch, people would come out?
People drank in those days.
Yeah. And has it evolved over the years?
Well, changes I saw, yeah. When I first came here, there was a microwave. You had microwave hamburgers, hot dogs, meat pie.
Were they selling those things?
Yeah. Jalos loved to do that.
This is was it before you owned?
Yeah. For a tavern in 1992, you were allowed to get hard liquor, sales for hard liquor with the condition that you had a kitchen. So I built a small kitchen and I had hard liquor, so it changed everything.
So you had to have food in order to sell
food available,
liquor.
Yes.
And so some things have changed. What has stayed the same since when you owned it?
The violin music on Saturday has drawn a crowd.
That was already going when you took over?
Yes.
And which fiddle player was your biggest draw?
Well, the biggest one ever was the first time Ashley McIsaac came here.
You remember when that would have been approximately?
No, I had a hard time with that one. Oh, but I had over 300 people.
300 people in the building?
Yeah.
So they must have been sitting everywhere.
They were shoulder to shoulder. Yeah.
And any favorite moments you can think of your days?
No, I had a lot of good times in here. More better times than bad times.
And had you been to the tavern much before you bought it?
A few times.
Were you booking your own music back then?
At the beginning, yes.
And do you remember the first act you would have booked?
Well, one of the first acts that come up to me is John Allen Cameron.
When did he play here?
He played here, I'm not sure what year, probably around the 90s. And it was on September weekend, a long weekend in September. And when I first got the call, they wanted a $3,000 guarantee. I didn't think he'd do well down here. So they settled for $1,000 plus $10 at the door. There were 350 plus people that paid. He got $3,500 that day.
So he ended up getting more than what he wanted.
Yeah.
So it must have been, everybody was happy.
People were standing in the window with their babies. They were just going around the trail. They stopped.
They would watch from outside?
Yeah, they couldn't get in, but they'd be at the windows.
And the place, 350 people in here, must have been
wall
to wall. And who would have been working here then? Do you remember working with you?
Jalos, Real, God knows who else. I think we were 7 working that day.
7 people for John Allen Cameron?
Yeah, because the inspector came in.
And so there would have been no food?
No.
Just alcohol?
Yeah.
What would have been your biggest night as far as crowd or attendance? Would it be the one with John Allen Cameron?
The afternoon, yes. The biggest was the first year I was here, we had a New Year's Eve. The young people wanted a New Year's Eve party. It was just a record player, a DJ. The place was unreal what was in here. It was packed.
And same again, this would have been 1986. It was just...
But probably 87, 88.
Okay, when you first bought.
Yeah. When I made my order for beer, there was no light beer. The biggest seller was the Keats and the Labatt's Blue. I had to make sure I had 50 off them each.
50?
Cases, 2-4s.
50 2-4s?
Yeah.
On top of the draft that you sold?
Yeah.
And that was every week?
Every week.
And was it you who introduced food to the Doryman?
Yes.
And that would have been in 1992?
It would have been June 1992.
And what was on the menu?
I had ribeye steak, I had wings, I had chicken fingers, fried clams, hamburgers.
The basics. And
Yeah.
you were cooking?
Yes, small kitchen. Prior to that, I tried cooking steak outside, barbecue in the summer. I'd serve about 20 people.
And people would
Baked potato.
come here and buy
Yeah.
food?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guys would drop in. That's how I felt that a kitchen would do all right in this place.
Okay. And finish this sentence. The Doryman legacy is?
Saturday afternoon violin. It brings people back time and time again.